Hello YouTube, welcome to the Credit Boom channel. My name is Angel and I come to you guys once a week on Mondays to discuss everything related to credit education. My passion and goal is to show and teach everyone how credit works. No schools, no universities have ever taught credit, so I'm taking that responsibility to share with you guys the struggles that I went through with my credit so you don't have to. Guys, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that like button. Help me spread the knowledge on credit, and it also helped this channel grow. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how trade lines are the quickest way to increase your credit score. So the first question we have, what is a trade line? A trade line is any account on your credit report, whether it be an installment account or a revolving account. Every account in your credit report are called trade lines. For the purposes of this video, we're going to discuss a specific trade line known as authorized user. An authorized user trade line account gives you the credit history and the credit limit of the original account holder. So whatever trade line is put onto your credit report, the credit age and credit limit will be transferred over to your credit report. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're starting and your credit's fairly new. You have two accounts, both of them with 3 years of age with a high credit limit of $2,000. Your credit report will state you have a credit age of 3 years with a high credit limit of $2,000. Now, the power of trade line. Now you add an authorized user with a 15-year-old and a $20,000 credit limit. So this authorized user is 15 years old of age and a $20,000 credit limit. By adding that account to your credit report, your credit age now changes from the original 3 years from your two accounts to 9 years. So you've gained the credit age history of that account, which happens to be 15 years. Now your credit report says you have a credit age of 9 years. That is 15% of your credit report, guys. By adding a trade line, your credit score goes up. And now you also have a high credit limit of $20,000 compared to $2,000 that you had before with your other two accounts. This is the fastest way to increase your credit score. Guys, pretty much in a nutshell, adding authorized trade lines to your credit report is a score increased booster. Guys, authorized user has been in existence for a very long time. It was originally designed for family members, friends, or relatives to help and assist those to establish credit. So if you have a family member, and this is just an example, your grandma or mom obviously are older than you. Supposedly they have had credit in the past, so their credit history is longer than your history if you were starting your credit today. So let's say grandma is already with 20 years of credit and her credit is good, her payments were on time, and her utilization was low, and she added you as an authorized user, you would gain her credit history. So those 20 years that she's had that credit card for, you just had that placed on your credit report. So if you're starting credit, and let's say you have one account for a year, you just added grandma or mom with the 20-year history, you just gain all that history. So that was the original design, helping family members and helping relatives to start with their credit. So this is completely legal, guys. We're just at a point where now there's companies that do this for a living. So someone with good credit, okay, with excellent credit history, excellent payment history, and that had their credit for a while, sell their credit to these companies for a nominal fee, and in turn, these companies sell it to those that need it to increase their credit score, to buy the house that they want to buy, or buy the car that they want to buy. People purchase trade lines so their score can increase, so when they apply for what they're trying to get, whether it be a car or a house, can get the best results. And guys, in this strategy is happening today. This is not new. It's been there for a while, but companies are now utilizing this strategy as a profit center to help those to increase their credit, again, to buy what they want to purchase. Now, in my opinion, if you have a lot of negative information on your credit report, whether it be late payments, whether it be negative, derogatory, and you add trade lines, the impact will not be as effective because you have negatives to overcome. So it is my suggestion that you take care of this negative information on your credit report before adding trade lines. Because remember, your goal for adding trade lines is because you want something, you want to buy something. But for it to be more effective to try to achieve what you're trying to accomplish is to try to get rid of the negative information off your credit report first and then add that trade line so it can be very effective in what you're trying to accomplish so you can go ahead and get the best rates available, whether it be a car or the house, whatever it is that you're trying to buy. Now, there are ways to do this to be very effective. One of the ways that I did with my report, my personal credit report, was a progression file. A progression file is showing the creditor, and again, remember you're adding trade lines because you want to increase your credit score to buy something. So that's who I refer to as creditor. So I would add a progressional file to my account before applying for whatever it is that I'm trying to get. And by adding a progressional file, what I'm showing them is I would add three trade lines. I would add a trade line with a 20-year age, low credit limit, $2,000, $3,000. Then I would add an 8 or 7-year-old account with a higher credit limit of $10,000, okay? And then I would add a 3 to 2-year account with a very high credit limit account of $40,000 or $30,000, no less than 2 years old, okay? And this is what's called a progression file. What this shows the creditor is that a long time ago, I had a $1,500 credit limit. 8 years ago, I had a $10,000 credit limit, and then 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I have a $50,000 or $20,000 limit. So that's called progression. So he says, well, this guy had this amount of credit limit, and as time went by, his credit limit increased. So that shows that that you're excellent with managing your credit, so your score will go through the roof, and you get the best results in buying whatever it is that you're trying to buy as far as interest rates. Now, the types of trade lines that you add onto your credit report does make a difference. In my opinion, there's 3 categories. You have a B plus grade credit accounts. And then you have followed by an A, and then you have an A plus. Obviously, the A plus makes more of an impact to your credit score than the A and the B rating credit cards that you can add as a authorized user trade line. Now, B rating is your department store credit cards. You're talking about Lowe's, Home Depot, Synchrony Bank, Community Bank, Marshalls, department store credit cards. They're considered as B rating cards. Most likely they will report 2 out of the 3 credit bureaus. Not all 3 will be reported. Those accounts make the less impact by adding them to your credit report. It does increase it somewhat, but it's less impact. Then you have your A credit companies as far as authorized users. You got Capital One, you have Discover. Those accounts are considered A. Then you have the A plus rating, which is the top of the line banks, which will do the most impact, which is Bank of America, Citibank, and Chase. Those are considered A plus rating. Obviously, those trade lines are more expensive because they do more of an impact to your credit score when they are added or mirrored onto your credit report when you add them as an authorized user. Now, something you should know, not all banks consider authorized user as part of your credit. I need to throw that out there because whatever it is that you're trying to buy, whether it be a car or a mortgage or a house or whatever it is, depending on who you're applying with, not all banks will accept an authorized user. I need to throw that out there so you know. Guys, I hope this information helps you in any way. Again, my goal is to show as much people as I can on credit education. I want to spread the knowledge on credit. I want to teach everybody. I love you guys. I feel that the more people I can help, the more value that I can show to you guys. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that like button. Help this channel grow. Help me spread the education on credit. A lot of people out there need to know how credit works. 80% of people out there don't have good credit scores, and it's my job to show them and teach them how credit works so they can get good at it and improve their credit score, therefore improving their lives. Guys, please mention any comments below what you want to hear on the next video. Looking forward to next Monday. I will, if there's any comments below, I will put down on whatever you guys want to hear for the following week. All right, guys. God bless, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.